May we request everyone here to please turn their phones on silent?
जाकर आ जाएंगे।
It's a request to all the UG graduates to sit in their assigned seats, because it is essential for us to ensure your attendance and arrange the degree properly. So please, if you are sitting in different seats, please sit in assigned chairs only. Otherwise, what will happen is that during the time of distribution of degrees, there will be issues which will happen.
Hello, check.
Good afternoon and welcome to the beautiful campus of Gujarat National Law University. Before we begin the ceremony, may I kindly request you to please turn off your mobile phones or keep them on silent mode.
सर एक आम आदमी ए और चैट जीपीटी से क्यों भाग
We are happy to inform you that the dignitaries have started arriving.
May we have your attention, please? We shall be shortly commencing the convocation ceremony. At this time, we request everyone to please rise and welcome the convocation procession as they enter the auditorium. We request everyone to please rise to welcome the procession. Thank you. I request everyone to be seated now.
A very good evening to all the dignitaries on the days, off the days, special invitees, graduating students, parents, faculty members, administrative staff, and other members of the GNLU family. I, Dr. Niyati Pandey, along with my colleague, Ms. Anamika Shukla, welcome you all to the 16th Convocation ceremony of Gujarat National Law University for the LLB and LLM batches of 2025. Gujarat National Law University, Silvassa Campus, LLM batch of 2025, and PhD scholars who defended their thesis successfully prior to this convocation. We are especially delighted that alumni from other batches are also present to grace the occasion.
We request each one of you present here to rise for the GNLU song. We are pleased to let you know that the GNLU song has been written and composed by the students and faculty members of GNLU.
Thank you so much. I request all of you to take your seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here today, the ceremonial lighting of the lamp holds profound importance, symbolizing the illumination of knowledge, dispelling of darkness, and the invocation of blessings, marking the auspicious beginning of our event. May we now request the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, to kindly join in the lighting of the lamp. For this 16th convocation ceremony of GNLU, we are delighted to have Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, Honorable Chief Justice of India, as our chief guest. Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge, Supreme Court of India, as our guest of honor. Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Anjaria, Judge, Supreme Court of India and visitor, Gujarat National Law University, presiding over the convocation ceremony, and Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agarwal, Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat, as our guest of honor today afternoon.
Towards the extreme right, we have Professor Dr. S. Shanta Kumar, Director, Gujarat National Law University.
Towards the extreme left, we have Dr. Nitin Malik, Registrar, Gujarat National Law University.
May we now request Professor Dr. S. Shanta Kumar, Director, GNLU, to kindly felicitate our chief guest, guest of honors, and other distinguished guests. Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, Honorable Chief Justice of India. Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Anjaria, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agarwal, Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat.
We also extend our gratitude and a warm welcome to our dignitaries who joined us on this auspicious occasion. Honorable Mr. Justice A.D. Jagdish Chandira, Honorable Judge, Madras High Court.
Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Honorable Judge, Patna High Court.
Honorable Mr. Justice Ilesh J. Vora, Honorable Judge, High Court of Gujarat.
Honorable Mr. Justice Niral R. Mehta, Honorable Judge, High Court of Gujarat.
Honorable Mr. Justice P.M. Rawal, Honorable Judge, High Court of Gujarat.
Honorable Mr. Justice Kaushal Jayendra Thakur, Honorable Chairperson, Gujarat State Human Rights Commission.
Mr. Kamal B. Trivedi, Advocate General, State of Gujarat, High Court of Gujarat.
Shri Upendra M. Bhatt, Secretary in Charge and RLA, Legal Department, Government of Gujarat.
Professor Dr. R. Venkata Rao, former Vice Chancellor, National Law School of India, University, Bangalore.
Mr. Asim Pandya, Senior Advocate, High Court of Gujarat.
Ms. Dharmishta Rawal, Advocate, High Court of Gujarat.
Gujarat National Law University takes immense pleasure in welcoming such an august gathering of distinguished guests, graduating students, proud parents, committed faculty members and staff attending the convocation. The ambience itself is vibrating with overwhelming enthusiasm of the graduating students and proud parents who entrusted their wards under our care and are now seeing the outcome of their faith in us. These young women and men are poised to take off on a journey full of hope with a spark of optimism in their eyes. We are confident that the knowledge and skills acquired at Gujarat National Law University will certainly help them in their journey throughout their lives.
May we now request Professor Dr. S. Shantakumar, Director, GNLU, to deliver his welcome address and present the annual report.
Very distinguished guests on the dais and off the dais. On the dais, we have with us Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, Honorable Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Kumar, Honorable Judge, Supreme Court of India, and member of our Governing Council, Honorable Mr. Justice Nilay V. Anjaria, Honorable Judge, Supreme Court of India, and visitor of Gujarat National Law University, Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agarwal, Honorable Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court, and also a member of our Governing Council, Dr. Nitin Malik, Registrar of Gujarat National Law University, and we have dignitaries of the dais, Honorable Mr. Justice Ilesh Ora, Honorable Judge, High Court of Gujarat, Honorable Mr. Justice Niral R. Mehta, Honorable Judge, High Court of Gujarat, Honorable Mr. Justice P.M. Rawal, Honorable Judge, High Court of Gujarat, Honorable Mr. Justice Kaushal Jayendra Thakur, Honorable Chairperson, Gujarat State Human Rights Commission, Honorable Justice Kalpish Javeri, former Chief Justice of High Court of Orissa, Shri Kamal Bhai Trivedi, Advocate General, State of Gujarat, Shri Upendra Bhatt, Secretary in charge of the Legal Department, Government of Gujarat, Professor Dr. Venkat Rao, former Vice Chancellor of National Law School of India, University, Bangalore, and a member of our General Council, currently the Vice Chancellor of India International University of Legal Education and Research at Goa, Shri Azim Pandya, Senior Advocate, High Court of Gujarat, Ms. Dharmishta Rawal, Advocate, High Court of Gujarat, and we have judges from 2 other high courts as well, Honorable Mr. Justice A.D. Jagdish Chandra, Honorable Judge, Madras High Court, and Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Honorable Judge of the Patna High Court. All the other distinguished members of our Executive Council, Academic Council, and Finance Committee. All our distinguished faculty members and staff members of the GNLU administration, graduating students and parents. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to you all as we gather on this auspicious day. We are profoundly honored by the presence of our distinguished legal luminaries who are gracing this occasion. Especially Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, the Honorable Chief Justice of India, for kindly consenting to be the chief guest for this 16th convocation. On behalf of the entire GNLU community, we extend our heartfelt thanks to you, sir, for kindly accepting our request and for sharing your very, very valuable day and your valuable experience that you are going to share with our graduates today. Your presence serves as a profound inspiration to our graduates as they embark on their professional journeys.
every convocation, the presentation of an annual report is a requirement, and every time we keep 10 to 15 minutes for presenting the report, but the kind of activities that happen in this university, I could not really confine within 10 minutes. Generally, it goes beyond 30 minutes, and I have been told by my visitor to cut short the annual report, and therefore, it is a very, very difficult job for me to restrict the annual presentation of annual report, especially for last year, 2025, within 5 minutes, but still, I would like to try to do justice by highlighting some of the key points. As we present the annual report for 2025, I am immensely proud to share the heights GNLU has reached in the last academic year. With reference to our academic excellence, I wish to submit that our diverse programs from the 5 specialized undergraduate honors streams to our postgraduate and PhD research continues to thrive. This year alone, 23 new scholars joined our PhD program, bringing our total research community to 148 scholars. Our commitment to scholarship remains steadfast, with GNLU faculty members having the highest number of publications in Scopus amongst all the NLUs in the country. We also take pride in our new initiative called Obiter, the Law Podcast, India's largest student-led law podcast, which has reached more than 2 lakh views. GNLU's reputation for excellence is reflected in our NIRF ranking trajectory, achieving a very high score of 349 in 2025. Further, we received a perfect 5-star rating in GSIRF, Gujarat State Institutional Ranking Framework 2024, for teaching, learning resources, and outreach. The most important criteria to test whether a university is progressing in the right direction is based on the outcome, the graduates, what we are producing in this university. The professional success of our students is at an all-time high. In 2025, we created a record in the country by placing 137 students out of 150 students enrolled for placements, and they were placed in 79 organizations. Through this achievement, we clearly emerged as the #1 law school of the country in terms of number of the placements. If you look at the statistics, the next law school which is behind us is far, far below us in terms of the number. We are also proud to report that the median salary of our graduates has risen to, I'm talking about the average salary. So average salary has now reached up to 18 lakhs per annum. We have also strengthened our ties through new MOUs, including collaborations with the University of San Diego School of Law during the last year, and few law firms such as Ketan and Company, through which we are organizing an advanced certificate course on capital markets and securities law, and a new MOU with the Indian Air Force. There are many such things, but for want of time, I'm just taking up very, very small number of MOUs. To the graduates who are graduating today, I wish to state with immense pride that you have been the heartbeat of all these achievements. From winning moot courts to leading societies like the NSS and Model United Nations, you have balanced academic rigor with vibrant campus life. You leave here not just as graduates, but as the future of the Indian legal system. To the parents who have come all the way to JNLU on this occasion, I wish to acknowledge that your support has been the foundation of their success. The record-breaking preferences for GNLU in CLAD 2025, with thousands of applicants ranking us as their top choice, is a testament to the trust you and your children place in us. This time, 2026 admission, our cutoff mark is 392. For the first time, we have reached a cutoff that so far we have never reached that heights. So which clearly indicates that throughout India, any student who is aspiring to study law, GNLU comes as the first choice. Therefore, we are now the most preferred law school of the country. To our faculty and staff, I wish to acknowledge and place on record that these numbers and rankings that whatever I have been talking about are the direct result of your tireless dedication to teaching and research. Dear graduating law students, as you embark on the next chapter of your lives, I would like to take this opportunity to offer some words of advice. Law is a noble profession, and it is your duty as legal professionals to use your knowledge and skills for the betterment of society. You have been trained to think critically, analyze complex problems, and provide solutions to legal issues. Use these skills to promote justice, fairness, and equity in all your endeavors. As you step out into the world, carry the spirit of GNLU with you. May you practice law with the integrity and excellence this university has instilled in you. Remember that the law is not just a set of rules and regulations. It is a living, breathing system that affects people's lives every day. As legal professionals, you have a responsibility to uphold the law's integrity and ensure that it is accessible to all. You must also be aware of the ethical implications of your actions and always act with integrity and honesty. As you move forward in your careers, always remember the importance of continuous learning. The law is an evolving field, and it is your responsibility to stay up to date with the latest developments and advancements. Attend conferences, seminars and workshops, read legal journals and publications regularly. Continuously expanding your knowledge will help you stay ahead of the curve and better serve your clients. Finally, I would like to remind you that your success is not measured solely by your professional achievements. It is also about how you impact the lives of those around you. So use your legal knowledge to contribute to society. Be compassionate and always strive to make a positive difference. Congratulations once again to all the graduates on your graduation, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
We are honored to announce the launch of the AI-enabled moot court simulation in virtual reality. We are especially proud that GNLU is the first university to introduce it, marking a transformative step in legal education. This initiative is not merely a technological advancement, but a pedagogical breakthrough. By integrating artificial intelligence with immersive virtual reality, our students will experience courtroom dynamics in a highly realistic and interactive environment, enhancing their advocacy skills, legal reasoning, strategic thinking, and confidence. It bridges the gap between theory and practice, enabling learners to engage with complex legal scenarios, receive real-time analytical feedback, and adapt to evolving arguments just as they would in actual courtrooms.
This pioneering effort reinforces GNLU's commitment to innovation, excellence, and preparing future-ready legal professionals equipped for a rapidly evolving justice system. You are cordially invited to join us for this landmark event, ushering in a new era of immersive legal education. We would now request Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, Honorable Chief Justice of India, to launch the AI-enabled moot court simulation in virtual reality.
The VR moot court simulation redefines how legal education is experienced. Instead of only reading case laws and preparing written submissions, participants step into a fully immersive courtroom environment that closely mirrors real judicial proceedings, respond to probing questions, and manage courtroom dynamics in real time. It strengthens legal research, memorial drafting, structured argumentation, and quick analytical thinking. By simulating judicial interruptions and time-bound submissions, it trains participants to think on their feet and argue with clarity and precision. By integrating technology with advocacy training, shaping competent, confident, and courtroom-ready legal professionals.
Court is now in session. Learned counsel for the Khunta Tribal Council, please present your opening statement.
May it please this honorable court, I am Jasmine Kaushik, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff Kandha Tribal Council versus Union of India. This case concerns a project approved despite serious ecological risk, a rushed impact assessment, and irreversible harm to forests and biodiversity. Under Vellore Citizens Welfare Forum versus Union of India, the precautionary principle requires caution where environmental damage may be permanent. It places the burden on the state to prove safety, not on the affected communities to prove disaster. Your Lordship, at the heart of this case is a simple question. Whether uncertainty surrounds irreversible harm, can the law permit clearance to stand?
The court has noted the submissions of the learned counsel for the petitioners. You have invoked the precautionary principle as established in the Welfare Forum versus Union of India precedent. Can you elaborate on how this principle applies to the present case, specifically in relation to the 47 conditions attached to the environmental clearance and the purported failure to conduct adequate consultations with the Gram Sabhas under the Forest Rights Act?
Your Lordship, the precautionary principle applies on three prongs. First, the project poses a threat of serious and irreversible environmental harm, attracting protection under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, as recognized in Vellore Citizens Welfare Forum versus Union of India. Second, the defective and rushed environmental impact assessment creates scientific uncertainty, where lack of full certainty cannot justify proceeding. And third, the burden lies on the state and the project proponent to prove the environmental safety, as reaffirmed in Orissa Mining Corporation versus Ministry of Environment and Forests. Therefore, in light of the serious and violations of tribal land rights and procedural lapses, the petitioner respectfully prays that this honorable court direct the respondents to place on record clear justification for their actions, along with documentary proof of compliance with all mandatory legal requirements.
Learned counsel for the petitioners, you have outlined the application of the precautionary principle and highlighted the procedural lapses, including the defective environmental impact assessment and the lack of adequate consultation with the Gram Sabhas. Can you explain how the court's decision in Orissa Mining Corporation versus Ministry of Environment and Forests supports your argument that the burden lies on the state and the project proponent to prove environmental safety? And how this applies to the present case where the project has already received environmental clearance with 47 conditions?
My Lordship, since the burden lies on the respondent to establish environmental safety, I submit that they may first establish that burden. If the respondent could please establish their burden. Your Lordship, if the respondent could be directed to place on record clear justification for their action.
All right. I formally announce the launching of AI-based moot court competition.
Thank you, sir, for inaugurating the AI-enabled moot court simulation in VR and for your visionary support towards innovation in legal education.
May we now call upon the Director, Professor Dr. S. Shantakumar, to request the visitor GNLU to declare the convocation open.
Respected visitor, sir, I have the honor to request you to kindly declare the convocation open.
I declare the convocation open.
Thank you, sir, for declaring the convocation open.
As part of the proceedings of the 16th convocation, may we now invite Honorable Mr. Justice N.V. Anjaria, Judge, Supreme Court of India, and Visitor GNLU to deliver the presidential address.
I requested the director to cut short his speech. And in turn, he said, "May you also speak less." But then from my side, there is neither guarantee nor warranty. I'll try to be as brief as possible, but I want to share my thoughts. Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, the Chief Justice of India, whose name symbolizes and reflects the illuminating and enlightening leadership he is providing to the institution of judiciary, and who has been guiding and guarding the entire legal regime of the country. With his neck is KNSEK, neck and commitment. Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge, Supreme Court of India. Arvind means lotus, and he is a lotus of learnedness. Chief Justice of High Court of Gujarat, Ms. Sunita Ben Agrawal. She is not only your Chief Justice, mine also, when I was in Gujarat. And for me, once a Chief Justice is always a Chief Justice, whatever my position is. Justice Ilesh Vora, Justice Niral Mehta, who are the members of the GC also, General Counsel Justice Rawal, Justice Sandeep Kumar from Patna, Justice Jagdish Chandra from Madras, Justice Javeri, the former Chief Justice, Justice Tripathi, Justice Thakur, Advocate General Mr. Kamal Trivedi, members of the General Council, including Dharmishtha Ben, Professor Venkat Rao, Dr. Santa Kumar, the director, the dedicated director, the registrar, faculties, administrative staff, the parents who have travelled long to witness the pride movement of the conferment of degree of their children. Even if a child gets married, he remains child for the parents. And the students, both graduating and existingly studying, whom I should have mentioned first, because this day, this evening, and this moment belongs to them. You have a valuable takeaway from the GNLU today in form of medals and degrees. Therefore, I earnestly believe that I should begin my speech by greeting them in advance. All those who are here to receive their degrees. And look at your fortune. You will be receiving your medals and degree conferments at the hands of none other than the Chief Justice of India. you will agree that there can be no momentous occasion and taller event for a young boy or girl graduating in law to receive his degree from the Chief Justice of the country. Therefore, it is my immense pleasure to welcome on your behalf, on behalf of the GNLU, and on my personal behalf, in capacity of visitor of the Gujarat National Law University, the Chief Justice of India, Sri Suryakant, whose visit to this institution today is a maiden visit. I also welcome Justice Arvind Kumar and the Chief Justice of the High Court. Quite often than not, one may not be knowing about one's own institution. GNLU has the motto from Rig Veda, Ano Badra Krato Yantu Vishwataha. Let all good and noble thoughts come to us from all directions. This motto, in fact, represents the greater virtue of Catholicity, which is the way of life of our nation, India, the Bharat. For expansion in the education, in the field of law, the GNLU emphasizes global mindset and inclusivity for the better. It was a dream come true when the GNLU was established in 2003 under the Gujarat National Law University Act. GNLU is a premier research-based teaching university, widely regarded as one of India's most prestigious law schools, consistently making among the top 5 in the National Institutional Ranking Framework. It has embraced multidisciplinary approach and offers integrated undergraduate degrees in BA LLB honors, BCom LLB honors, BSc LLB honors, BBA LLB honors, and BSW LLB honors, making a blend of legal studies with arts, commerce, science, business, and social science. My presidential address on the 16th Convocation could have been concluded at this stage itself, having spoken so thus far. But then I don't want to leave myself without talking with the students and sharing my thoughts today. So please permit me. In Gujarat, every year 14th January is celebrated as Uttarayan Day. Uttarayan marks a phase when the sun travels to the northern direction. It is beginning of the season of the spring also. Uttarayan, or Makar Sankranti as it is called, is celebrated with kite flying, earning of rich harvest, and eating of sweets. This transition to the north has its own significance. The north is the sign of growth, direction of progress. I would say that the present juncture, when the students from this institution is graduating and post-graduating, is like an Uttarayan for them. You are celebrating your Uttarayan. You are traveling from student days to real life. You will be building your career in law, in life, and thereby build your life also. You will have to fly your kites in life with care and caution. Remain positive, honest, hard-working, because you will be negotiating hard realities of life. Oscar Wilde wisely said, if it rains, then you look for rainbows. And if it is dark, then search for stars. That should be the motto of your life. That is how one can become positive. the journey of education consists in different stages. The stages start from information. One educates himself by updating with the information. The next is to acquire the knowledge. Knowledge is not enough unless you inculcate understanding. It is the combination of knowledge and understanding which makes a worthy education for you. The next is acquisition of wisdom, and then awareness, and finally the emancipation. Albert Einstein once famously said that the education is something which you will retain after forgetting everything you have learned in the school and colleges. And this concept of education, the wholesome concept, has a greater relevance when you study law. Justice Frankfurter of US Supreme Court had a word of advice for a young student seeking career in law. And what he wrote to a student, I would like to share with you in quotes. My dear Paul, Paul is the name of the student. Anybody can substitute his own name. No one can be truly competent lawyer unless he is a cultivated man. If I were you, I would forget about any technical preparation of law. The best way to prepare the law is to be a well-read person. Thus alone can one acquire the capacity to use English language on paper and in speech, and with the habits, clear thinking, which only a truly liberal education can give. No less important for a lawyer is the cultivation of imaginative faculties by reading poetry, seeing great paintings in the original or in easily available reproductions, and listening to great music. Stock your mind with the deposit of much good reading and widen and deepen your feeling by experiencing vicariously as much as possible the wonderful mysteries of the universe, and forget about your future career. With good wishes, sincerely yours, Felix Frankfurter. I read somewhere that our Constituent Assembly advisor, Dr. B.N. Rao, used to consult Justice Frankfurter in the process of framing of Constitution. The days are gone when the legal profession has a long gestation period. Now the fresh graduate in law will have a brief in one hand on the very first day and a hefty fee in the other hand. You may start learning immediately. But do remember that goddess of Lakshmi follows goddess of Saraswati. And the reverse should not happen. And if it happens, one must nip it in the bud. The profession of law is a worship of goddess Saraswati. But then you have chosen a very thrilling profession where sky is the limit, provided you are having urge and aptitude for lifelong learning. I have some unsolicited advice to the future lawyers and future judges who will be becoming. First is that live in the age of technology, but don't become slave of technology. Two, the artificial intelligence, as we have just seen, is at the doorsteps also of the legal field. But you must not allow the AI to overreach and corrupt your own intelligence. Human intelligence must surmount and conquer the AI in all circumstances. Do cultivate drafting skill. Drafting is a necessary aspect and integral part of the profession of law. Now everybody is forgetting. You have to develop love for language to develop drafting skill. There was a lawyer in the Gujarat High Court when I was practicing. He used to draft not less than 60-70 page petition and getting advantage of getting notice immediately from the judge, because judge would never understand what the one matter is. And on the next day, the fate was predetermined, stillborn, dismissal with the cost. So don't go with that kind of drafting. My senior once asked me to go to the Court of Chief Justice. And he said, I'll be coming, you just tender the affidavit. It was an education matter. As a very young lawyer, I stood up, handed over the affidavit. The Chief Justice, the then Chief Justice, looked from the spectacle, below the spectacle at me, and quipped, are you filing affidavit or sending telegram to the court? So that kind of drafting should also be avoided. I will end with some serious note. There are 3 pillars of legal education: honesty and integrity, ethics and morality, and service-orientedness and nobility. I am sorry to say that all these pillars are crumbling in the present times. You are the future lawyers and judges who have to perform the daunting task of cementing, repairing, and retrofitting the edifice of legal profession. Carry on the GNLU ambassadorship in this way by protecting and furthering the virtues of the profession. Once again, congratulations to all of you in advance for getting the degree and medals. I thank the Chief Justice of India once again to be part of our family today. And a person once in the family, always in the family. So, Shubham Bhavatu for all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring our students with your motivational words and reminding them of the professional values and the importance of ethical conduct.
We now invite and request our distinguished guest of honor, Honorable Mrs. Justice Sunita Agrawal, Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Gujarat, to address this august gathering with your special address.
A very good afternoon, Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Nilay V. Anjaria, Judge Supreme Court of India, Professor Dr. S. Shantakumar, Director, Gujarat National Law University, Dr. Nitin Malik, Registrar, Gujarat National Law University, my esteemed colleagues, Honorable Mr. Justice Ilesh J. Vora, Honorable Mr. Justice Niral R. Mehta, Honorable Mr. Justice P.M. Rawal, Judges of the High Court of Gujarat, Mr. Sandeep Kumar, Judge Patna High Court, Mr. A.D. Jagdish Chandra, Judge Madras High Court, Justice Kalpesh Bhai Zaveri, former Chief Justice of Orissa High Court, Justice Kaushal J. Thakur, Chairman, State Human Rights Commission, members of Executive Council, Academic Council, faculty members of GNLU, GNLU administration and staff members, proud parents, and my dear students. I am elated to be with you on your graduation day as you mark the completion of your legal education and prepare to enter the legal profession. You must be proud of yourself that you got the opportunity to study law in this prestigious institution of national importance, the Gujarat National Law University. I must congratulate the college bodies and the administration for having made this university, in a relatively short span of time, a central hub of legal education across India. Standing in front of you, I am reminded of one truth we often forget. Every legal luminary, whether from the bar or the bench, whom you idolize today, was once a student of law and was nervous during their first appearance in the field. The judges and advocates who are admired today in the legal community began their journey from the place exactly where you are. Not sure about the future, but curious and full of hope at the same time. This moment is significant because it marks the end of one chapter of your disciplined learning and beginning of another, where you will begin to see how the law you have studied work in real situations, relate with the real people, and produce real consequences. At this important moment, I would like to speak with you about what truly lies ahead. Over the past few years, you have acquired knowledge across different subjects and areas of law. You studied jurisprudence, constitutional law, criminal procedure, corporate law, and other subjects that form the foundation of legal practice. You now possess the academic preparation necessary to enter the legal profession. As you move forward, you will find that professional life feels very different from what you experienced in classrooms and examinations. Court procedures, client expectations, and institutional system may appear new and demanding at first. You will also face pressure and competition. This is a natural part of the journey. Like in any other profession, confidence grows with experience, and the early years of practice are a time to learn by doing. Patience and perseverance must be your guiding light in these years. You young people belong to a generation what is often called as Gen Z. The first social generation to grow up with digital technology as an essential commodity. You have grown in a world which is considered to be one of unprecedented chaos, shadowed by the pandemic lockdowns. You are in a world where everything is visible. The internet has become a part of daily life. You are entering into the profession at a time when the world seems to be moving or changing at a very fast pace. It is easy to feel overwhelmed by the situations and other people's opinions. The legal profession is demanding, and progress may sometimes feel slow. At these moments, the pressure to keep pace with others may create a sense of urgency to succeed quickly, and you may encounter situations where convenience or short-term gain appears attractive. That feeling is natural. However, you must remember that professional credibility is built gradually over time, but can be lost instantly in a moment. In the legal profession, credibility and integrity are built through honesty and fairness and will become your greatest strength. Integrity is not optional in the legal profession, but it is essential. In your professional life, one principle that must guide you at all times is character. Legal knowledge and professional skill will develop with time and experience. However, your professional reputation will be built by your character and shaped by the small choices you make every day in how you prepare, how you speak, and how you treat others. Therefore, be honest in your conduct, respectful in your interactions, and diligent in your preparations. Treat your workplace, your colleagues, and those who seek your assistance with integrity and dignity. Always remember that practicing law in any form is not merely a means of livelihood, but also a responsibility that carries the trust of the people in the justice system. Your actions will reflect not only on you as individuals, but on the legal institutions as a whole. As you step out, most of you must have already practicing law or working in corporate organizations. I want to give you a message. Do not let others' perception define your potential. Never allow anyone to tell you that you cannot, not even yourself. Success isn't luck, it isn't fate. It is earned through the principled choices made one at a time. Wear your degree with humility, practice your profession with courage, and let your choices speak for your success. As I stand before you today, I feel compelled to share something beyond advice about careers and success. You are entering a profession that will demand your intellect, your discipline, and at times, your very stamina. It will ask much of you: long hours, unwavering focus, and deep responsibility. But I urge you, as you strive for excellence, as you build reputations and shoulder responsibilities, remember to make time for yourself. Nurture your hobbies. Hold on to the pursuits that bring you joy and peace. They are not distractions from your ambitions. They are what will sustain it. In the years ahead, it will not only be your knowledge of the law that carries you forward, but your balance, your humanity, and your ability to remain whole amidst pressure. Guard that part of yourself carefully. It is just as important as any degree you receive today. I congratulate heartily to each one of you on this achievement and wish you success and strength in the years to come. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening this new generation of graduating students and for sharing your invaluable wisdom with them.
We now invite and request our distinguished guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Kumar, Honorable Judge, Supreme Court of India, to address this august gathering.
Sabhabhya Sabhapatibhyascha Vo Namo Namaha. The presiding deity of this program, our Honorable Chief Justice, Justice Suryakant, my esteemed brother, Justice Anjaria, Justice Sunita Agarwal, Chief Justice of Gujarat, brother judges of High Court of Gujarat, Patna, Madras, Justice Javeri, former Chief Justice, Dr. K.J. Thakkar, Chairman, Human Rights Commission, Learned Advocate General of State of Gujarat, Shri Kamal Trivedi, Learned Senior Advocates, Professor Dr. Shantakumar, Registrar of GNLU, learned faculty members, parents of the graduating students, and most importantly, the students to whom this day belonged to. At the outset, I would like to share with you a secret. Namely, you must all be thinking that judges will be having a lot of free time, lot of extra hours to spend. Let me give you a small instantaneous example which I came to know yesterday. That is, our Chief Justice, my Chief Justice, Justice Suryakant, as his name itself suggests, the sun emanating light from all angles, sleeps for 4 hours a day and works for the 20 hours. And most of the judges, if not 4 hours, at least little more than that, they take the rest. And rest of the time they spend, even on Saturdays, Sundays, working days, and all the holidays also they will be working. Please keep this in mind. At the outset, I congratulate the students of 5-year law program who are entering the legal profession today, the LLM program and PhD scholars. I extend my congratulations to your families and mentors who have supported you through your years of sustained academic effort. I may pause here and tell you that Justice Anjaria, my brother, said he has been instructed to speak less, but I have not received any instructions, so I will speak whatever I have prepared for. Today is not merely a day of celebration, it's a day of authorization. You are being authorized not only to practice law, but to practice in shaping the moral architecture of a society. That is no ceremonial privilege, it is a public trust. It is important for you students to understand that you are all graduating at a time when the world is loud. Information travels instantaneously. Opinions form rapidly. Certainties declared are confidently and defended aggressively. And yet, beneath this noise lies something more fragile. Institutions under strain, public trust under pressure, and democratic patience increasingly tested. Into this landscape, you step as lawyers. The law at its best is not loud. It does not shout to be heard. It reasons, it deliberates, it passes before it pronounces. In an age of speed, the law insists on process. In an age of inquisitiveness, it insists on fairness. In an age of polarization, it insists on listening. This insistence will not always be popular, and that is precisely why it matters. During your academic venture, you have been in doctrine, in statutory interpretation, in constitutional structure, and in the craft of argument and drafting. But the true test of that education begins now, because the most difficult questions you will face will not only be questions of law, they will be questions of the law ought to protect. The question is, who must be heard when voices are drowned out? When must power be restrained even when it appears efficient? When must principle prevail over convenience? These are not abstract exercises, they are live questions. Asked in courtrooms, policy chambers, corporate offices, and sometimes in quiet conversation where no precedent book is open, but judgment is required nonetheless. Let me speak plainly. The legal profession rewards skill, but is ultimately honors courage. There will be moments when you know the safer argument, and you will also know the right one. Those two are not always aligned. At such moments, hesitation is natural. In Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna stood at the edge of the battlefield, overcome by ignorance and by lack of awareness, he describes his state as, I quote, Dvaishtam Rijanam Krishnam Yotsam Samupastitam Sidanti Mama Gatrani Mukancha Parishuchati Gandivam Santraste Hasta Tvek Chaiva Paridrihite. To put it in abstract, he says, seeing my own kinsmen, O Krishna, assembled here and eager for battle, my limbs fail, my mouth becomes dry, my body trembles, the bow slips from my hand, my skin burns, I am unable to stand, and by my mind reels in this warfield. Arjuna, with his usual composure, arises from the gravity of consequences and responds to it by saying, Karmanye vadikarasya mapaleshu kadachana. You have a right to perform your duty, but not the fruits of your actions. Do not consider yourself the cause of results of your action, and do not become attached to inaction. This is not a call to indifference. It is a discipline of independence. It is an instruction not to let fear of outcome determine whether you act. For a lawyer, that your discipline is indispensable. If you measure each decision by applause, profit, or immediate recognition, your moral horizon will narrow. But if you anchor yourself in duty, professional, constitutional, ethical, you preserve independence. Independence from public pressure, independence from private influence, independence from subtle influence of ego. You will discover that the most difficult independence to maintain is the last one. The law can make you articulate. It can make you persuasive. It can grant you authority. But authority without humility is brittle. Certainty is captivating. Humility is durable. The strongest legal minds I have encountered are those who combine intellectual rigor with a constant awareness of fallibility. As graduates of this institution, you have been trained not merely to recite precedent, but to interrogate it. The habit must remain alive. Democracies do not collapse because of disagreement. They weaken when disagreement is replaced by dismissal. Your training equips you to disagree with destabilizing the framework within which disagreement occurs. At the same time, resist the temptation to become confined too quickly to within the narrow silos of expertise. The world you enter is structurally different from the one your professors entered. Artificial intelligence will test concepts of authority and liability. Climate change will reshape property, migration, and resource governance. Data economies will challenge the privacy and autonomy. Economic disparity will force renewed reflection on access to justice. If you understand without context, you will always be reacting rather than anticipating. Read beyond law. Engage with science, philosophy, literature, economics, history. Here I may pause and state, it is the only profession, lawyers is the only profession where you call your opponent as a learned brother or a learned sister. The reason is simple, and you can find the answer in the Constitution itself. In Article 51A, one of the sub-articles says, it mandates, citizens should, it is under the fundamental duties, directive principles of policies, under the fundamental duties, it mandates that every citizen should strive to achieve excellence in all spheres of life. So try to achieve excellence. For that, you will have to work hard. The more complex society becomes, the more expansive your intellectual foundation must be. Here I am reminded of a Subhashita. In Sanskrit, it is said, Artha Turanam na guru na bandhu. Artha means money. If you want to earn money, if you are greed of money, you will not see your relationships. Kshuddha Turanam na pakva na ruchihi. When you are very hungry, the first 2 spoons you take in, you will not find out whether there is salt, whether it is sour, whether it is khatta, meeta, or whatever it is. Kama Turanam na lajja na bayam. The person who is of greed, he doesn't think of any shamefulness. The most important for all of you, which is in consonance with Article 51A, is Vidya Turana na Nidra na Sukham. If you want to acquire knowledge, you will have to work hard, not sleeping till 8 o'clock in the morning and not going every weekend outside. You will have to work hard. Success to life is only by working hard. Yet, amid this expansion, protect something simple. Your capacity to care. Over time, professional life can become procedural, transactional, efficient. Efficiency is necessary, but justice is never merely efficient. Behind every petition lies a person. Behind every dispute, there lies a family. Behind every file number lives a lived experience. Do not allow abstraction to erase that awareness. In life, you will definitely encounter failures also. Arguments will not succeed always. Judgments will not align always with your submissions. Opportunities will pass. What that occurs, and it will remember that professional worth is not reducible to isolated outcomes. I would like to highlight that every opportunity that comes, you should make use of it. I can give you an example of what happened when Mr. Madan Mohan Malviya, the founder of Banaras Hindu University, went around the entire country to seek donation for establishing the Banaras Hindu University at Kashi. When he went to Hyderabad, he went and met the Nawab of Hyderabad and asked him for donation. When he said, I am establishing Banaras Hindu University, the Nawab got so upset. He said, take my footwear and go. And he wanted to show disrespect. What the Madan Mohan Malviya did was, this is how you can convert your opportunity. He took that footwear, went to the marketplace, and he said, here is the footwear of Nawab. I am auctioning it. And he said, it is 100 rupees. It went to 1,000 rupees. And Nawab came to know that his footwear is being sold in a public auction, and he thought tomorrow some common man may wear it, and he sends its emissary and buys it for 2,000 rupees. And Nawab, after taking the proceeds of it, Mr. Madan Mohan Malviya sends a receipt for 2,000 rupees to Nawab for giving donation to establishing Banaras Hindu University. This is how every opportunity you can convert, every situation you can convert into a good opportunity. The discipline of preparation, the honesty of argument, and the grace with which you accept disagreement are themselves measures of success. Resilience is not stubbornness. It is the capacity to remain principled without being rigid. As you leave this institution, you carry privilege. Legal education grants success to courts, to influence, to interpretive authority. Privilege, if unexamined, becomes insulation. Privilege, if consciously deployed, becomes service. The legitimacy of legal system does not rest solely on constitutional text or judicial pronouncements. Many a times I have quoted, and I say with firm conviction, I am not saying that should not be said. Many a times you have seen judges saying, Halsbury's of Law England, Lord so-and-so, Lord so-and-so. We were the leaders of the world once upon a time. We had the universities known as Takshashila and Nalanda University. And I can say with all humility at my command, this university can also become the leading university in the world. And that is in your hands. And you can be the torchbearers of this institution in your future. And you can show it to the world that we can make it. And there are many top leaders who are there, who are the social reformers, social thinkers, and whose examples, Kautilya Shastras, Swami Vivekananda, this can be quoted. And many a times, wherever possible, in my judgments, I have tried to quote our Indian jurisprudence. We will have to show the world, this is the jurisprudence that you are following. Simple, I can tell you one small thing. Article 14, or the United Nations have carved out certain guidelines as to how you should treat an ambassador. You should treat him with equal respect, even if he comes from an enemy country. This is what the UNESCO, the United Nations Charter demands. This, you can find it in Ramayana. When Lord Hanuma goes to meet the Lankan Ravana, Ravana treats him with disrespect. He doesn't give him a chair because he treats him as a monkey. At that time, Lord Hanuma makes his tail and sits equivalent to Lord Ravana and says, now let us talk. This is where we can say that we are Indians. We are proud to be Indians. And this is how you will have to show it to the world. And that is why the lawyers are called as the social doctors. You are the torchbearers of this country. You can make our country pride. Take prideness in our culture, our heritage, our constitution. And that is in your hands. History will record landmark judgments. But justice is sustained in quieter ways by how you draft, how you advise, how you respond to pressure, how you conduct yourself when no one is observing. Class of 2026, you do not step into certainty today. You step into responsibility. May you meet that responsibility with steadiness. May you cultivate independence without arrogance, ambition without compromise, but conviction without intolerance. And when you face your own moments of hesitation, may you remember that courage in the legal profession is rarely dramatic. It is often quite disciplined and persistent. Before I conclude, I believe all of you are going to miss the comfort of winter breeze at preamble during the peak summer months, the rescues of your hunger through aloo fries and parathas at night mess, the birthday celebrations near cafes, the annual fest of pentagram. All these are memories that you have lived for the past years of your academic journey and going to cherish for the rest of your life. Be indebted to your institution, which has stood with you these several years and has availed ample opportunities to shape your personality and skill as lawyers, and be ready to face the better future which lies ahead of you with courage and zeal. Before I conclude, I would also like to add one word saying that whatever you are today, it is because of your parents. Never ever let them down. It is because of your parents you have achieved this. Tomorrow you should not say that I will leave them in an old age home. Respect your old age. Respect the old age because it is your future also. I congratulate you once again and wish you integrity in your work, balance in your life, and clarity in your thoughts and judgment. With this, and before concluding, I would like to say one thing. Thomas Alva Edison was the person, all of you know that he is the one who made that filament in the bulb. Not only that, he has made several other inventions. It was he who first found out that something can be spoken in a mic and recorded. So he wanted to test it. So he wanted the first speech to be recorded of some important person. At that time, Max Muller was one of the thinker, and he was supposed to address an International Science Congress. And he goes and approaches Mr. Max Muller and says, "Sir, I am going to record your speech in the morning and play it in the post-lunch session. Would you permit me?" He says, "What is this recording? I am also inquisitive. All right, do it." So he records it. And Max Muller starts with one particular language. All world scientists were there, and they would all ask, what is this language he spoke? In the post-lunch session, when it is played and it is repeated, everyone will ask, what is this? It is the first stanza of Rigveda, Agnimede Purohite. He says, this is the treasure of the world, that is India. And you are all Indians. Be proud of that and carry this mantle to the upliftment of our culture, our society, our constitution. Wish you all the best. May God bless every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for illuminating the path for this graduating cohort and for offering them your priceless guidance.
It is our pleasure and privilege to now invite and request our distinguished chief guest, Honorable Justice Suryakant, Honorable Chief Justice of India, to deliver the convocation address.
My esteemed colleagues from the Supreme Court, Justice Arvind Kumar, guest of honor of this event, Justice Nile Bipin Chandra Anjaria, my esteemed colleague from the Supreme Court and visitor of the Gujarat National Law University, Justice Sunita Agarwal, Honorable Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court, Justice Kalpesh Jhaveri, former Chief Justice of Odisha High Court, distinguished judges of the High Courts of Gujarat, Madras and Patna, Shri Kamal Trivedi, Learned Advocate General, Gujarat, Professor Dr. S. Shanta Kumar, Director, Gujarat National University, Shri Upendra Bhatt, Secretary, Law Department, Professor Venkata Rao, the former and current Vice Chancellor of the India International University at Goa, distinguished senior advocates Sarvashri Asim Pandya and Dharmishta Rawal, Dr. Nitin Malik, Registrar of Gujarat National University, very respected academia, dean, professors, learned scholars, members of the faculty, proud parents and family members, and most importantly, my dear students. A very good afternoon to everyone. I am delighted to be here today at the Gujarat National Law University at such a defining moment in your lives. This is always something stirring in a room full of people standing on the brink of something new, but this one feels different. Most of you have already spent nearly a year in different varied branches of the legal profession, and you know what work feels like in the morning. What you cannot see is what this work will demand of you in the years ahead. That answer, in my experience, is rarely about opportunity. It is about probity. And probity, as it happens, is something this part of the country has always understood with particular clarity. This is a kind of resolve that does not announce itself, that makes its hardest decisions quietly, away from applause, at precisely the moment when the easier path is plainly visible. My brother Justice Sanjaria very briefly but very eloquently explained the value and speciality, the importance of the soil of Gujarat. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, born of this very soil, spent his life demonstrating what that looks like in practice. That a conviction without endurance is merely noise, and that the work which truly lasts is almost always the work done without anyone watching. It is perhaps in that same spirit that many of us have begun to hope, quietly but earnestly, that legal education in our country will increasingly mirror this ethic of apprenticeship, namely that more law students will learn not merely about law, but within it. They would engage with the profession not only through lectures and examinations, but through sustained exposure to its disciplines, its silences, and its responsibilities. Dear graduates, Your past 8 months or so must have shown you that work done in chambers, law firms, and corridors is rarely observed, almost never celebrated. And as the Vice Chancellor, Professor Shanta Kumar, pointed out, that if 93% of you have been hijacked outside the gate of this university by the corporate entities, then it increases my worry. Because I presume, as a very selfish head of the Indian judiciary, that the national law schools will produce more and more members of the bar and bench. Having said that, in college, my dear young friends, feedback comes quickly. A debate victory was celebrated immediately, and an argument in class was praised that same evening. The profession offers no such rhythm. Here, effort often precedes recognition by years. Drafts are revised in silence, research notes are absorbed into judgments without attribution, strategy is discussed in whispers rather than applause. That is why your degree today carries a weight it would not have carried before you began. You receive it as a mark of journey you are already undergoing. To each of you and to the families who stood behind you, my warmest congratulations. You know better than anyone what it has taken to reach this moment, and that's the reason my brother Justice Arvind Kumar reminded you the importance, the sacrifice your parents have made for you. But let me explain the distance between the map and the territory. Speaking from experience, I remember the early months of practice with a clarity that decades have not dulled. There is a particular disorientation in discovering that the law you studied so carefully bears only a partial resemblance to the actual profession. The textbooks gave you doctrines. Your seniors now gives you a deadline. In moot courts, you are cocooned by your mentor, but in real courtrooms, you argue within constraints you do not choose and may not even agree with. This is not a failure of the education. It is simply friction between learning the map and navigating the territory. This disorientation eases up over time, not when the work gets easier, but when you cease expecting it to be resemble what came before. When you meet a super senior from this campus in a court corridor, the conversation now starts that will never start with the legal theory or the case before the court. Instead, it begins with, I believe, pentagram, with laughter at the night mess at 2 in the morning, and with a version of yourself still untested by the work. During these conversations, you are not reminiscing, you are measuring the distance you have already crossed. The initial years of practice also teach you things no classroom ever could. You learn to read the mood of a bench before you have spoken even a word. You figure out how to sit with an anxious client and say something useful before you have the answers. You discover how to disagree with a senior without damaging a relationship you will need the very next week, and how to lose a case and still leave your client with an impression that the system heard them. No curriculum details any of this, and only you can discover where within all of it you truly belong. The discipline of knowing your game is extremely important. So, my dear graduates, where you belong in this profession is a question worth confronting early, because it rarely rewards those who attempt everything equally. Some of you might be cricket followers, and if you have been catching the T20 World Cup between hearings, you may have noticed something relevant here. The teams that succeed are not built on the assumption that every player must excel at everything. No one expects Surya Kumar Yadav to bowl the death overs or Bumrah to anchor a chase. They are trusted to do precisely what they do best, and the team is built around that clarity. The same principle, I would suggest, applies to your profession. The profession, however, rarely teaches this lesson at the beginning. In those early years, there is little permission to say, "That is why I am strongest." You are simply expected to keep up. If you observe closely, those you admire did not become distinguished by attempting everything equally. They get there by recognizing, often quietly and over time, where their thinking found its natural discipline. This is not a question that resolves itself in the first year or even in the third, but it is worth asking early and returning to often, because the lawyers who seem most at ease with themselves are almost without exception those who somewhere along the way stopped performing and started practicing. As that sense of professional identity takes shape, certain habits of mind will stay with you long after degrees and titles fade. The legal profession has endured not because it is immune to criticism, but because across generations, lawyers have understood that credibility is not possessed, it is something you hold in trust. Courts continue to command confidence largely because those who appear before them know that their words carry weight beyond the immediate case, and that reputation is built gradually through consistency rather than fleeting success. Your generation inherits this at a moment of both strength and vulnerability. Public trust in the profession exists, but it is not guaranteed to last. When a client walks through your door, they are not only relying on your ability, they are also placing faith in the institution you represent. Every choice you make to prepare carefully, to speak honestly, to resist the easier path, quietly adds to or takes away from the credibility of the justice system itself. This institution has given you habits that may not announce themselves loudly, but they are present. In these premises, you were taught to sit with difficult questions longer than comfortable ones, to resist reaching conclusions that are merely convenient, and to care as much about how you arrive at an answer as about the answer itself. These are the foundations on which institutional trust rests. And I say with confidence that in time you will find that the most rigorous scrutiny comes not from a judge or a colleague, but from the lawyer you have allowed yourself to become. At moments such as this, I am reminded of a passage from one of the Taittiriya Upanishad, an address delivered by a teacher to students as they leave formal schooling. It is perhaps the oldest known convocation address, and at its core are two simple injunctions. The first, Satyam Vada Dharman Chara, which translates to speak truth, walk in righteousness. For a profession that walk in the right direction, for a profession whose legitimacy rests on the bond between truth and justice, those words need no celebrations, no elaboration, because they spoke to students stepping into a world that would test them. Centuries have passed, and that has not changed. So, dear graduates, this does not transform you. It clarifies the standards you choose to uphold. The profession will not demand that you be extraordinary every day. It will ask you to be reliable in moments when reliability is most difficult. If you can do this quietly, you will find that the gap between the lawyer you are now and the lawyer you aspire to be is crossed not in leaps, but through small decisions that only time reveals as significant. Once again, congratulations to each one of you. Congratulations to your proud parents. Congratulations to your family. All the best wishes to all of you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Our sincere thanks for mentoring the new generation of graduates and enriching them with your experience and knowledge.
May we now request the Director of JNLU to initiate the proceedings for the conferment of degrees at this 16th Convocation of Gujarat National Law University.
This 16th Convocation of the Gujarat National Law University has been called to confer the degree of PhD, degree of Master of Laws, and degrees of Bachelor of Arts in Laws, BA LLB Honours, Bachelor of Commerce in Laws, BCom LLB Honours, Bachelor of Business Administration and Laws, BBA LLB Honours, Bachelor of Social Work and Laws, BSW Honours, and Bachelor of Science and Laws, BSc LLB Honours. Upon the candidates who in the examinations held for the purpose have been certified to be worthy of the same. This 16th Convocation of the Gujarat National Law University, Silvassa campus, has been called to confer the degree of LLM upon the candidates who in the examinations held for the purpose have been certified to be worthy of the same.
Let the candidates for degrees shall rise. Do you sincerely promise and declare that if admitted to the degree for which you are the candidates and for which you have been recommended, you will in your life, daily life and conversation conduct yourselves as worthy members of this university?
May we request the candidates to resume their seats?
Let the candidates be now presented.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Laws, BA LLB Honours, BCom LLB Honours, BSc LLB Honours, BBA LLB Honours and BSW LLB Honours, whose names are set out in the list, they have been found qualified for the degree to which I pray they may be admitted. The candidate taking the degree in person may rise. Now I would like to call upon the names of the candidate receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in person. Ruchita Kondal,
by virtue of the authority vested in me as the visitor, Gujarat National Law University, we admit you as also the candidates in absentia to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, Master of Laws, LLM, BA LLB Honours, BCom LLB Honours, BSc LLB Honours, BBA LLB Honours, and BSW LLB Honours in this university.
now I would like to call upon the names of the candidate receiving the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in person. Ruchita Kondal, Abhilash Arun Sapre, Sushil Goswami, Swati Sharda, Mayuri Gupta, Garima Goswami, Akshay Jain, Ritika Ranka, Sanjeev Kumar Chaudhary, now I would like to read the names. The candidate receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in absentia: Ishita Sabu, Nikita Shantanu Pachara. Now I would like to call upon the names of the candidate receiving the degree of Master of Law in person: Ananya Singh, Bhanu Priya Bhati, Bulbul Waghela, Jaydeep, K. Rupesh, Mansvi, Medha Priya, Prakhar Kumar Sahu, Rakshit Agarwal, Shruti Manoj Sinha, Vishal Gupta, Anurag Kanjaria.
Audience, kindly be generous in the applause.
Arpita Gupta, Jigesh Kishore Balpande, Bharat Raj Singh Pal, Shraddha Dhanvate, Drishti Meena, Mansi Galchar, Gargi Dorwal, Kripa Liva Gohil, Komal Verma, Priyanshu Verma, Reshmi Rajshekharan Nair, Shah Tirath Jitendra, Shivani Sharma, Subramanian Iyer, Varshini D, Ananya Pandey, Anubhav Vani, Isha Agarwal, Harsh Sharma, Kalpana, खुशी पांडे, श्रद्धा, सुशांत आवले, कुश त्रिवेदी, आयशा, अमिता चौधरी, कुंवर शशांक, निशिमोनी साइकिया, प्राची, संचित मीना, Now I would like to read the names of the candidate receiving the degree of Master in Law in absentia. Khushveer Singh, Parvat, Priyansh Agarwal, Puneet Kumar, Ayush Sharma, Shivam Bhattacharya, Shaurya Shubham, Aditi Kumari, Himanshu Tehlan, Manik Dev, Rajiv Kumar, Ritesh Kumar Malik, Shreya Sharma, Shubham Rohila, Sandra Sunil, Harshita R, Sakshi Arya, Shruti Jaykumar. Now I would like to call upon the names of the candidate receiving the degree of Master in Law in person of GNLU Silvassa campus. Akanksha Bhardwaj, Aba Saini, Ankit Kumar Yadav, Asmita Shukla, Diksha Sharma, Gaurang Sharma, Prabhavati, Gunjan Khaitan, Kumar Amok, Yash Bipin, Pankti Katar, Pooja Lakshmi, Shaurya Upriti. Shivam Mani Tripathi. Soumya Tyagi. Simran Soni. Vaishnavi Keshav. Yashvardhan. Now I would like to read the names of the candidates receiving the degree of Master of Law in absentia of GNLU Silvassa campus. Aryan Yadav, Bhumkesh Mandal, Girise Arvi Nitin, Jan Pramer Ajay, Piyush Ranjan, Swati Mishra, Shruti. Now I would like to call upon the names of the candidates receiving the degree of Bachelor of Law, LLB in person. Aloka Verma. Aryan Divedi. Ayush Pandey. Abhijit. Achraj Kaur Tuteja. Alankrita Pathak. Ananya Prakash. Anukrita Pal.
Requesting parents to kindly take their seats.
Anupama Reddy. Okay. Honorable Chief Justice of India is requested to take a seat because there is a request that there are a lot of students over here. So we'll request you to deliver the gold medals. So I can carry forward. Oh, thank you very much. So a big round, a big applause for the Honorable Chief Justice. Anushka Juneja. Anushka Nair. आर्यन खरे, गोविंदा, आशीष कुमार झा, आश्रिता त्यागी, आयान वाली, आयुष, भानु प्रताप सिंह राठौर, भव्यांशी आहूजा, भवानी शंकर, ध्रुव कोहली, दिग्विजय सिंह, दिया बंजारा, हर्षित चौहान, हर्षित उपाध्याय, हितेश कर, ईशा शर्मा, ईशांत पांडे, ईशान सिंह, जयवीर सिंह बाली, जानशी नायक, जान्या मनीष, कीर्तना राकेश, खुशी राठी, खुशी राठी, कृतिका, कुमार कनिष्क सिन्हा, कुशाग्र गुप्ता, लवन्या शंकर, महेंद्र, मैत्री, मनीषा सोनी, मानसी सुब्रमण्यम,
Requesting all the parents to kindly take their seats.
मानसी वर्मा, मंथन पारेख, मरीशा दुबे, ध्रुवी मोदी, मोहम्मद अतीक सैयद, मौली गोपेश, कामाख्या मोहन, नमन कासलीवाल, निकिता, नीलेश मणि सिंह, नियुषा केसरी, नोरांश ग्रोवर, परिष्टि कौशिक, पार्थिव जोशी, अरहन पाठक, पावनी गुप्ता, प्रणय अग्रवाल, प्रियांशी वाजपेयी, प्रियांशी एन राजपूत, राघव साहा, सुहानी, राज शुक्ला, रवित सिंह, रेवंत सिंह, रिदम पटेल, ऋतुराज, रुचिता विश्नोई, सचित सुब्रमण्यम, सत्यम अग्रवाल, शालिनी प्रिया, सार्थक लाल, शौर्य तलवार, शिरीष सचदेवा, श्रुति शर्मा, शुभी विजयवर्गीय, पूजा शुक्ला, सिद्धार्थ, सिमरन श्रीवास्तव, सृजन दीक्षित, रमा, अमूल्य आचार्य, वुकंती लेनिन, you have to go there. यशवर्धन, याश्वी भगत, आरुष भारद्वाज, अभय प्रताप सिंह, अभिनव नंदा, आदित्य शर्मा.
We urge the guests to kindly get back to your seats.
अक्षता मोदी, अंकिता रघुनाथ, अर्जुन के, आर्य तिवारी, आयुष गोराना, वशिष्ठ भट्ट, गर्विता भट्ट, भूमिका गुप्ता, भुवन एस, डी प्रियदर्शिका, देवांश दीक्षित, गार्गी जोशी, रोहन कलिता, कार्तिकेय कौशिक, केशव बंसल, महक अग्रवाल, मनवेंद्र सिंह शेखावत, मोहित कुमार यादव, नितिका, पार्थिव गांधी, विस्मिता राठी, रिया शाह, संस्कृति सिंह, श्रीनिधि बी, स्वर्णव शर्मा, श्वेता सोमू, वैभव केसरवानी, विधि, अवि मोदी, रिद्धि गांधी, हर्षित सिंह, जय शाह, विनीश माहेश्वरी, मोदित मेहंदीरता, प्रज्वल वी, रचित, राधिका, ऋषभ सुनील, वैभव गुप्ता, वैभव व्यास, वरुण मतलानी, खुशी वासनिक, अभिषेक तिवारी, चैत्या दोषी, H.A. Dhruti, Katyani Singh, Lekhraj, Madonna Burman, Neha Balan, Roshan Jaiswal, Sachdev S, Sakshi, Sarvagya, Soumya, Surabhi Kesi, Tanik Sharma, Vipasha, Human Islam, Abhas Soni, Aisha Topiwala, Ayushi Chaudhary, Priyanshu Agarwal, Avi Maheshwari, Rohan, Bhuneshwar Singh, Bhivyanshu, Kanishka Aswal, Khyati Shekhar, Rishita, Prashansa Naik, Raghavendra, Saleh P, Sania Singh, Soumya Singh, Shrey Gupta, Shreya Kumar, Shrishti Shankar, Vaishnavi Raghav, Varuna Tiwari, Ritik, Kavya R, I would like to read the names of the candidates receiving the degree of Bachelor of Law in absentia. Aryan Pandit, Vansveer Singh Melawat, Vedic Manoj, Abhimanyu, Abhinit, Ans Sarsa, Madhav Aku, Mohammad Mobin, Sakshi, Snigdh, Shreya Parihar, Tushita, Zoa, Kiran, Prashant, Trilok, Utkarsh, Soumya, Ayushi, Kumar Vaibhav, Abhishek, Aditya Gupta, Kanchi, Tanisha,
Thank you, sir. The registrar will now place the record of the degrees that have been awarded before the visitor for his signature. As the ceremony is in progress, we request the audience to please sit down. Congratulations to the PhD scholars, our LLM and LLB batches of 2025, and the LLM batch of 2025 GNLU Silvassa. We are all very proud of you.
May we now request the Registrar, Dr. Nitin Malik, to announce the medals for students on their academic achievement.
Now I would like to call the name of the candidates who are the recipient of the gold medal 2024 PG Gandhinagar. GNLU gold medal Arpita Gupta. Jaydeep for Nani A. Palkiwala gold medal as well as GNLU gold medal. Prachi Rajkumar Bora. Name of the medal H.K. Acharya and Company gold medal, Honorable Mr. Justice R.B. Mehta gold medal. Isha Agarwal, late S.M. Nanavati, Advocate gold medal for securing highest marks in the criminal law. Now I would like to call upon the names of the candidates who are the recipient of the gold medal 2024-25 PG Silvassa campus. Kumar Amog, Shri K.K. Venugopal gold medal. Now I would like to call upon the name of the candidates who are the recipient of the gold medal 2020-025 UG batch. Kalita Rohan Kishore, late Shri Madhura A. Trivedi gold medal for the subject Professional Ethics and Professional Accounting System. Govinda, late A.P. Ganguly gold medal, Union Bank of India gold medal, Honorable Justice V.B. Raju gold medal, late Sharad B. Vakil gold medal, and Honorable Justice Dr. A.K. Sikri gold medal. Nitika, Honorable Justice P.D. Desai Gold Medal, GNLU Gold Medal, late Praful V. Nanavati Gold Medal, late Shri Pandit Rameshwar Dayal Tripathi Gold Medal. Khushi Rathi, Advocate Sanat P. Mehta Gold Medal for Sarvagya, GNLU Gold Medal. Shreya Gupta, GNLU Gold Medal. Shukla Pooja Sunil Kumar, Mr. YG Trivedi Gold Medal.
She's absent. You can announce.
Sanik Budia is not here, but is recipient of 5 gold medals. Late Jayantilal H. Parikh Gold Medal, Mr. Gopinath Amin Gold Medal, Professor Dr. Stephen Hope Gold Medal, Shri Arvindo Memorial Gold Medal, late M.K. Nambiar Gold Medal. Parthiv Joshi, late Milan Kumar Banerjee Gold Medal, Aditya Books Private Limited Gold Medal, and GNLU Gold Medal. Ravit Singh, Honorable Mr. Justice C.K. Thakkar Gold Medal. J. Shah, Mr. Divyakant Nanavati Gold Medal, GNLU Gold Medal. Abhijit Shri Shantilal S. Shah Gold Medal. Mohammad Atiq Sayyed, late Honorable Justice S.B. Majumdar Gold Medal, Advocate Mr. Sudhir Mishra Gold Medal. Ayasha Topiwala, Shri S.K. Javeri Gold Medal. Akshata Modi, Shri Bikabai Kacharbai Nai and Shri Yogesh Kumar, gold medal. Simran Shrivastava, Shri Kalidas J. Zaveri, gold medal. Aditya Sharma, Honorable Justice Dr. A.K. Sikri, gold medal. Shaurya Talwar, Honorable Justice Dr. A.K. Sikri, gold medal. May I now request the Honorable Visitor to approve the publication of all degrees conferred on DigiLocker. Remote, sir. Over.
Thank you, sir and madam. We request all the recipients of medals for their outstanding scholastic achievements to join us on the stage for a group photograph alongside our esteemed guests. Thank you. May we now request the director to invite the visitor to dissolve the convocation.
May I now request the honorable visitor to dissolve this 16th convocation.
I dissolve this convocation.
Thank you, sir. May we now request the members of the audience to please rise for the national song, followed by the national anthem.
Now the convocation procession shall depart in reverse order.
I request the graduates to proceed to Hall 0.6 Guru Bhavan for returning their gowns and sash.
Whoever has still not received the boxes for their respective gold medals, please collect it from this dais. Thank you.